guys, so if we have not formally met, my name is Kaylee Duffy. I'm the owner of Prestige Gymnastics, and you guys all probably know by now, but your gymnast has been invited to our competition team for next year. So I know that sounds super scary. It's not that scary. And I figured instead of trying to have like a big meeting where everybody can't make it, I would just make this video, go over the forms that I've sent to you. Hopefully I'll answer some of your questions along the way. If not though, please email us back, call me, text me, whatever, and we will meet up and I'll be happy to answer any questions. So first thing was just your invitation. Read over that. You can read it to your athlete. It kind of just tells you a little bit about who we are, what we do, what our expectations are. We are so proud of these guys. A couple months ago, we changed the entire structure of our recreational program where we had a recreational route and then also a pre-team or a pre-competitive route. And that has worked wonders. Kids were just improving like crazy. And we have so many kids that are invited to team this year and that are going to be able to join us because of that. So that really worked out well. So I appreciate you guys going along with us on that one. As far as signing up this year, we're doing it a little differently. We're not going to accept any signups, email, phone. You guys, or even in person, like you guys can just verbally tell us that you're in and that's great. But until we have a sit-down meeting, go over everything, and get your signature, we're going to assume that your athlete is not on our team. And that is just to really help keep us organized. We have to get so much information from you, sizes, and if we can just do it all at one time, it's a lot easier and a lot more organized on our parts. So there is no one certain day, just the deadline is May 1st. So on May 1st, I will be here from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and you can email me and set an appointment up with me anytime on that day, and I'll make sure that we get everything done. The meetings will probably only take like 15 minutes, but you can, if you know right now, after you read this information that you want to sign up, just let me know. We can meet anytime between now and May 1st, get your papers signed, and you're good to go. You don't have to worry about it. So just read over that invitation letter. Next are just some frequently asked questions. So if you were on our team this year or you've been on a team before, this is old news to you, but a lot of you guys are brand new. So just read that over. I won't go into huge detail on this video. Is it a commitment? Yes, it's a commitment. I mean, you're paying a lot for it. Your coaches are here multiple hours a week waiting for you. Of course, your kids can't drive. You're the driver, so that's a commitment on you. It is more expensive than a normal rec program. So it is a time and a financial commitment. And I just want you guys to fully understand that before you get going. Like, we don't take it lightly. It is all for fun, but our team scores are important to us. The kids' individual scores are important to us, and we put a lot of time and money and energy into making lesson plans for you guys. So we're 100% committed to your gymnast and to your family, so we do ask for that commitment back. But you guys can read over this. A big question I get is, can my child be on the team but not go to competitions? The answer to that is just no. It's not really fair. And we're strictly working the routines, and we bring in judges, and we practice, and we do mock meets, and there's just a lot that goes into it. If you want to be on a team and not compete, you can be on our pre-team, which only commits you to one meet, or our Builders and Risers program. They don't work routines, and it's perfect for kids that still want to do gymnastics, still want to grow and progress, but they don't actually ever want to be in a competition. So that might be a better option for you if that's kind of what you're thinking. Will this affect your child's grades? Probably not. It's actually proven that kids that are in sports can focus and they do better in school. But we do put school first. So in the event that your child's grades start to slip and you pull them out of practice, we do not care at all. We totally support you. We also have a 15-minute break during practice. Kids show up early and sit down and do their homework. And I actually have a couple of teachers that are willing to come in and do some tutoring too next year, before, after, or even the first 30 minutes of practice to help, and for free to you guys. So if that's something that you guys might be interested in. Let's see. I hear a lot of, well, we can't commit to gymnastics because Susie also does soccer or volleyball. That's totally fine. Like, we're flexible at Prestige because we know that gymnastics is a year-long commitment. It's not just a soccer season or a volleyball season, and we want your athlete to still be able to just be a kid and ride the bus home with a friend and have sleepovers, and all that stuff is totally fine. No one gets mad. No one yells at you if you miss a practice. We have multiple kids that do other sports, and that might mean that they come in late to practice for 2 months in a row, or they leave early for 2 months in a row. No one gets mad. The only time that we really need your full commitment is the week before a meet, and you have to come to all the practices a week before a meet, and then just leading up to it. But we know, I mean, if you take 2 months for another sport and no one cares, it's totally fine. You guys can read over our disciplinary actions for bad behavior. We really demand the kids respect, and we give them respect, and we have a zero tolerance policy for bullying. We want everyone to feel safe here, and this should be a safe place. We all work together. Meets, I'm not going to go into it right now, other than there's a lot that happens at a meet. Long story short, I will give you guys, I think in August, your meet schedule. My best guess as to dates. I don't even technically get the official schedule until October. When that happens, I will send it all out to you just in case there's any changes. I recommend blocking off the entire weekend, because we don't know what day and what time your child will go on until about 2 weeks before the weekend. Yeah. So we don't know. I know it's kind of frustrating. Sometimes we know earlier, sometimes we know later. Your child they're not there multiple days. You only have about a 4-hour span that you need to be there, but you might be at Saturday at 8 a.m. or you might be Sunday at 4, and we have no idea until 2 weeks out. But I promise the second we know, we will send it out to you literally within the hour. So you won't have to worry about that. And then leotards. We do order custom leotards, which once we get everyone's acceptance, we can talk more about that. But when you come in for your meeting, we'll be doing leotard sizing, and you guys will sign off on that. Just make sure we get everyone's sizes. Our goal is to order in June so that all of our leotards are here and ready to go well before meet season, and there are no questions. So this next one on your list is just our actual flyer, our schedule. It has the amount of meets and the practice schedule. June 4th through August 3rd is going to be our summer, and August 6th through May 24th is our fall or our school session. We are going to be closed the first week of July. We always do. And so July, basically our weeks are based on, our months are based on 4 weeks. So you guys know that. And with team though, when we have bonus days, you guys still come. So there's no closing for bonus days for you guys. You guys come unless I send you an email and tell you that we don't have practice. Like for Christmas break and things, sometimes we'll have an alternate practice just because we don't like the kids to be out of the gym for that long of a time. Our camp actually this year, that's the next page, jumping ahead, is going to be the 5th, 6th, and 7th of July. So you won't have to worry about missing a normal practice, because July you'll still get your 4 weeks, and then we're just gonna have camp on top of that. I will back on this sheet, sorry, jumping around. One thing that's super awesome about Prestige that most gyms do not allow you to do is to pick the number of meets that you go to. So we have 3 meets, 4 meets, 5 meets. We want team to be rewarding. We don't want it to be such a high stress and high pressure situation for parents that you have to decline our invitation based on the number of weekends we tie you up. So if you want to do just 3 meets, you can. And 3 meets, there are 2 local meets and 1 state meet. The state meet could be local or it could be anywhere in the state of Virginia. 4 meets is 3 local and 1 state. And then 5 meets is 3 local, 1 travel, and then 1 state. So the travel meet will more than likely require a hotel. So that's why we give that option. This year we are actually going to be doing a pop-up meet, which means that somewhere in the middle of the season, I'm going to say, hey, I found this meet. I think we should go. And anybody, regardless of what you chose, 3, 4, or 5 meets, you can add that to your schedule. That will be paid separately because we won't know the cost until I know how many people are interested and where the meet is and what that will require as far as travel on our part and for coaches, but that is going to be an option. Last thing is your sign up and your commitment sheet. This goes over so many policies that we have, and I'll just run through them pretty quickly with you. Let's see. So everyone this year, we are going to require to keep a card on file. This means, and that's not just team, that's the entire gym, just like Planet Fitness or any kind of workout gym, a lot of places, If you're going to be in the gym, you have a card on file. That doesn't mean that your card's going to be charged. It just means that if you haven't taken the initiative to pay by the 1st, your card will be charged on the 1st. And it also eliminates late fees for you. You can read about if your card declines for any reason, what would happen. So you just need to make sure you sign the auto pay agreement, and you can change your card at any time. You can pay it in advance. You can even fundraise and apply that to your tuition, and your card will only be charged for the difference. There's a lot that goes into it. Let's see. Return checks. If you do write us a check and it's returned for any reason, there will be a late fee and a $30 processing fee, and you'll just need to get that back to us within 30 days. Makeups. So we do not have any makeups for team. Team's a little bit different than a recreational class. We only have a limited number of spots that are available, and we are holding a spot for your gymnast. So we don't allow them to make up. Also, if for any reason you decide to quit gymnastics in the middle of the season, you will be charged for the rest of the year's tuition, even if you don't come. So we really strictly encourage you, if you're committing to team, you're committing for the full year all the way until May of 2019, because we can't add people mid-season. If you have more than one gymnast who's on our team, just get with me. We'll work out a discount for you. If you're in the military, you can have $5 off every month. You just need a valid military ID. Let's see. Meet fees. You guys can look over that. It is that is on the normal schedule. That is just if you choose 3 meets, 4 meets, 5 meets. That's what a meet fee is, and that covers their entry into the meet. It covers coaches' compensation, hotels, food, everything basically that goes into getting ourselves to a meet. If your significant other or ex-significant other are divorced, or you have a grandma or some nice person that wants to help pay for team for you, just let me know. Anything, if you're splitting the responsibility in any way, so say mom pays half and dad pays half or something like that, let me know. I'm gonna draw up a contract just so I have that in writing. We don't run into any issues that might come up over the course of the year. Fundraising. So this year, all fundraising is completely optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to do it. We're going to have lots of opportunities. I think we're going to do an ice cream parlor. We normally have good luck selling butter braids. People have ideas all the time. We're going to do some individual ones where you take an order form and go do your thing. We're also going to have some where we work together as a group. Like I said, totally optional, and you can apply this however you want. So some gyms make it so you can only apply that to your meet fees. I'm not going to do that. Spend it however you want. If you want to pay everything up front, fundraise throughout the year and reimburse yourself, that's fine. If you want to add it to your account for upcoming tuition or whatever you want, if you want to use it for a date night, you can. We don't care. We're just going to offer it to help you guys. We know this is a lot of money. It's a big commitment. So we want to help you guys out. We'll do most of our, I won't lie to you, we'll do most of our fundraising during the summer and early school year. After that, when meet season really gets going, all of our energy is kind of focused on that, and fundraising we don't do as much of. But if someone else wants to lead one, let me know. You guys can do that. Open gyms. So, let's see. Team doesn't have any free open gyms at all except for the week before a meet. So if you guys want to, the Saturday morning before a competition, team is all welcome to come to open gym. I talked to you about bullying already. In respect, let's see, I told you about meets. If your child gets injured for any reason inside or outside of the gym, and so say they hurt their wrist and the rest of their body is still working perfectly fine, we ask that you still come. We do need a doctor's note that explains to us, what's allowed and what's not allowed. But they can be doing conditioning, they can be doing sit-ups, they can be doing body shaping and things that don't require your wrist or that put your wrist in danger. So we do ask that you still come to practice, even if you have an injury that's lighter like that. trying to, you guys can read over snacks. We do give them a snack break. We ask that it's perfectly healthy snacks. We don't let them have anything like fast food, candy, soda. So we don't, if they bring in McDonald's, chances are your coach is not going to let them eat it. Bring something that is going to fuel their body. They have cubbies and they have hooks back here, so if you have, say, a box of crackers or whatever, we also have a fridge and a freezer. You guys are welcome to leave any healthy snacks here. Exploring, we ask that once you commit to Prestige in this team season, you commit to Prestige. So that means that you do not go and participate in any tumbling or gymnastics classes hosted by other gyms or gymnastics or tumbling companies, just because everyone has their own coaching style and what's required for your child's level and what's required from the eyes of a judge is going to be different here than it is at other places. So we ask that you don't participate in anything like that during our competition season. That is definitely going to be seen as a conflict of interest. However, school events, other sports, or birthday parties don't count. So if your best friend invites you to a gymnastics birthday party at a different gymnastics gym, you can totally go. At-home coaching. This actually has not been an issue this past year at all, and that's great. But I do just want to talk to you. I know parents sometimes feel like they're helping by looking things up on YouTube or, you know, giving their kids extra coaching at home. We really, really advise against that. Not only do we want the kids to see and respect their coaches and their authority and practice, but we don't want them to start seeing your coaching advice as greater or more than their coach's coaching advice. That can really just start hurting them. Sometimes we hear a lot of, well, my mom said I need to kick harder, and I'm just like, that's not actually the right correction at all. So just try to steer clear from that. If you're interested in learning more about the actual gymnastics and the actual skills, please come see us, because we'd be happy to explain it to you. We'd be happy to even give you some of their corrections, so if you see them doing it at home, you can give them the proper corrections. I think that's basically everything that I have. Just read over this. There's a lot of waivers and liability things that I need you guys to look over and sign. And just let us know when you want to do a one-on-one, and we will set that up. We'll make sure that, make sure you bring a copy of your insurance card with you so we can keep that on file. And I think that's all I have for you. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I hope I answered a lot of them along the way. And remember that the actual deadline is May 1st. If you decide that you don't want to do this for any reason, please also let me know, because that really helps us keep our head count right and make sure we have good student-teacher ratios. So thank you guys. Bye.